Hi Aries, happy January. This is your January 2018 reading with me, Tarot to Recovery. This is your love and life focus for January to see how your year is going to begin. These are the messages for Aries, January 2018. Love and life for Aries, January 2018. Messages for Aries. Justice. What are you looking for justice for, Aries? Has someone wronged you? Are you in a legal battle? Justice is going to be prevalent in this reading, so we'll see if the card comes out again, and if not, we'll address it in the context of the reading. Aries, January 2018, love and life. Ace of Swords. Definitely a victory legally for some of you. Some people could be dealing with defamation, like legal reputation. Someone may have slandered you. Someone may have spoken ill of you that was unfair and untrue. I feel like you're going to get justice in that respect if someone's been telling lies about you or someone has been... Four of Cups. Could this be an end to a period of dissatisfaction? Let's see. Messages for Aries. January 2018. Aries. January 2018. First up, the Tower. Ooh. Nobody likes to see the Tower, but it's crossed by the Magician, so let's see. Six of Pentacles. Justice is, yes, justice has come up again. Knight of Pentacles. Interesting. Queen of Wands. Let's get this in so you can see. Ace of Pentacles. The Moon. King of Swords. And the Sun. Beautiful outcome, Aries. Right. Six of Swords. So Aries, interestingly, well, we start off with the Tower. It's everyone recognizes the Tower. I'm sure you're no stranger to it. It's that crumbling of what was built in false pretenses, something you thought might have been stable, but it wasn't. Things ending unexpectedly, falling down. A bit of a disaster in a certain area of your life. It can be, the Tower disasters can range from something as small as, cancelled plans to breakups, divorces, everything. The Tower is just something in your life that has really disappointed you, something that you didn't want to happen, maybe something you didn't suspect would happen. But I sense for some of you, Aries, it's a well, how do I say this? It's of your own making. It's something that you had control over, or possibly you were ill-advised by someone who you admired. For some of you that might have been in a financial situation that maybe fell through, you'd maybe been advised by someone that really talked the talk, and you were completely taken in by this person because you felt like they knew their stuff. You maybe took relationship advice from someone that you thought knew their stuff, and it blew up in your face. Could be a Gemini person that had some sort of influence on your situation. But I feel like whatever it is that's fallen apart, justice will be done if it hasn't been already. So for some of you that may have been in, some of you might have been in an accident and it wasn't your fault. Those adverts that say, have you been involved in an accident, it wasn't your fault or whatever. You might have had to take someone to court and you won. Or you may just have been, it may not be legal. A lot of the time with justice, it is legal. But it can't always be, it's for some people it will be, for some others it may be something as simple as bad advice. There's a couple of people who have popped up in your reading, Aries. So we have a fiery energy, we have an air energy, and I'm getting Leo quite a bit, Aries. So you may be involved with a Leo person that you like. You may have just met a Leo. Leo Aries is a great combination. Astrologically speaking, you share the same element of fire. Leo was, of course, the sun, which is your overall outcome for the month of January, which is a beautiful card to get in January. You know, unless you're living in the southern hemisphere like Australia, you probably won't be seeing very much sun in January. It's quite a bleak, dismal month. You know, maybe some of you are in Los Angeles, that can be sunny, but I feel like this month, physically, not necessarily physically, but mentally and emotionally, I feel like this is going to be a very sunny month for you. You know, from starting off being quite, quite disruptive and sad in some way. You know, the Tower usually brings a bit of sadness with it and disaster and all that stuff. I feel like the end of the month is really going to be a high note, and you're going to have hope and renewed faith in a situation. I feel like whatever is as bad as it seems now is not going to be that bad by the end of the month. For some of you, I feel like you may be relocating, whether this is to somewhere warm. Maybe you know someone that's relocating to somewhere warm. Maybe you're traveling somewhere warm. Somewhere with a, yes, I just dropped the World card. Somewhere sunny, possibly for some of you, but I do feel like traveling is probably going to feature in your month. If you can, but I mean, some of you may be planning trips rather than actually going on them, but I feel like the travel bug is definitely there. So let's see if I can get these cards shuffled without dropping them everywhere. Aries, January 2018. I feel like I always drop my cards when it comes to Aries because it's that frantic fast energy. Aries, January 2018. 11 life messages for Aries. Aries, January 2018. Aries, January 2018. The Star, hope has been restored. Ooh, crossed by the Lovers, interesting. So Aries, I feel like there's the first thing I'm getting is that there's a lot of air energy surrounding you. So the Star obviously is Aquarius. The Lovers is Gemini. You have the King of Swords over here. Justice is usually Libra. So you can see why I'm getting this sort of air sign buzz about the place. I sort of feel like there is an air sign. And you know, it may actually be Aquarius because Aries featured in the Aquarius reading, if I remember correctly. So I feel like there's a lot of interest here, and I feel like they may be an air sign, they may be a Leo. They don't have to be, but I'm feeling for some of you that's quite strong. 4 of Wands. 3 of Swords in the recent past with Justice. So some of you could potentially have been hurt by a Libra person, or that court case that I referred to, that bad advice translated into quite a sad breakup. Breakup potentially with an earth sign, possibly leaving a job. Some of you may have left a job, some of you may be thinking about leaving a job. Some of you may actually have unfortunately got fired. Not everyone. Hopefully nobody, but it can, you know, the Tower, and that can transpire as a firing at times. Knight of Wands, okay. Oh, there's definitely fiery energy around here too, but this also plays into your traveling. A female friend may want to travel or may proposition you with traveling. Could be a sister. You could have a friend that's moved away to a foreign country and they suddenly shoot you a line to say, do you want to come visit? I feel like there's definitely a person that you can travel with. An opportunity arises with that person. The Ace of Pentacles with the 7 of Swords. So someone in the workplace may have been the bad advice, the sneaky problem that might have been trying to, you know, for some of you this is actually transferring as someone stealing money. So be careful about your wallet, you know, where you leave it and where you put your finances. Also make sure when you're doing online shopping and things, your sites are secure. That's just a little tidbit going on there. I feel like, you know, watch your money in regards to other people, because they, you know, particularly around this time of year, there's a lot of online sales and shopping and things. Just be careful about your details. So the Four of Swords. Yes, to me this really, really transpires with the Sun, as you need a relaxing beach holiday. Some of you, I feel like some of you really need a holiday. If you can book a holiday, even if it's just some time off work, do it. And underneath we have the King of Wands. So I'm again this fiery energy. So this can't be you, Aries, of course, because fire is your element. But I mean, we have nearly a full house of fire signs here with the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Wands. If the Page of Wands come out, I'm going to assume that you're dealing with a fire sign, because that's crazy. It's the amount of fiery energy going on here. It can suggest to me that you're feeling very much in your own element. So some of you may be feeling very entrepreneurial, very enthused about a new project, about a new area of life, about a new relationship. I feel like you've got that spark. I do think you've got that go-getting attitude of, if you've been in a legal situation that hasn't been going very well and you suddenly get the good news, I feel like some of you may actually come into a bit of money that means you can travel. Like a financial opportunity, or maybe if it's a compensation case, I feel like that could be the what you do with your money. I definitely see for someone a legal case that was quite long-standing. Maybe you were taken to court by a friend, but I definitely see some of you relaxing in the sun, planning those holidays. Let's see. Some of you may be traveling with an air sign, actually, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. Or maybe you have an air sign boss that's determining where to send you. Maybe you don't know where you're going yet and you work for a company that sends you places. Let's see, January, Aries, 2018, Aries. Aries, January 2018, Aries. Maybe some of you are joining the army. You can travel with the army. I think maybe someone in your life could be joining the army or the navy. Ooh. Yes, definitely could be joining the navy, going overseas. 10 of Cups. Some of you may have the opportunity to travel but not want to for the sake of family. There could be things going on at home. I'm definitely sensing there was a battle, there was a legal battle of some sorts, or conflict within a family. Maybe some of you are having conflict within a family and feel the need to get away, but also feel conflicted between your responsibilities and you're unsure which one to pick. Five of Swords, yes, there's definitely a conflict of, there's definitely a conflict between a group of people. There could be a conflict between, I don't know if anybody has this in their family, there could be a conflict between a mother and son about something. I feel like they could both be quite hot-headed. This will probably not apply to everyone, but I feel like there could be a conflict between a mother and son over something. And it's one of those things where they're both stubborn, so one very strongly needs to bury the hatchet and they both need to compromise with each other, but there seems to be like they're too alike. Queen of Cups, the World has come up again. 9 of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles. And underneath we have the King of Cups. So Aries, I know this is maybe not a natural state for an Aries person, but don't be afraid to show your emotions in the sense that it makes you vulnerable. Because I feel like showing a little bit of vulnerability is going to come in to help this, whatever situation it is. And I feel very much like it's in the family unit, this falling out. And, you know, if it's not the case, fabulous, but if it is the case, for some of you that there is arguments within the family unit, I think it would be best to probably show that you care and be a little bit more sympathetic and understanding. And I really think if you can afford to take a holiday from the situation, or even just take a break, a spa weekend or something like that, getting away, even if it's watching movies in foreign lands, escaping for a little bit, I think will help the situation, Aries. And definitely, communicating with the people, because you don't want to end up out in the cold. For me, this is always the out in the cold card. And it's with the sun, so to me it suggests that you'll no longer be out in the cold if you already are. But definitely don't keep people in the cold either. Because in family situations and relationships, people care a lot more than they will communicate when they're fighting. And don't let similarities in personalities cause a problem. If you need to be a little bit different just to fix the situation, try a different tact. There's nothing wrong with being a little bit more sensitive to it or a little bit more understanding. Because this battle, I feel like the result of it may make you think, is it worth it? It's complicated, Aries, because there's that legal. Some people are involved in legal dramas. Some people have family dramas, possibly both. And then, it's a very positive outcome for the end of the month. I feel like you're going to get that warmth back into your life if you've been suffering from communication difficulties or family conflict or legal conflict. I really feel like this month, it's going to see you. I think it's going to see you happy. I think you're going to have a well-earned rest, Aries. So I can definitely see the end of the month being a completely, we have, of course, not to forget, we have the 10 of Cups and the Lovers and the Star and the Sun. So for some of you also, I've forgotten about romantic relationships a little bit here. Some of you, I do feel very strongly, are going to be taking up with a Leo person or an Aquarius. I'm getting Leo and Aquarius very strongly. Really, really strongly. It can be, of course, a Libra. It can be a Gemini. It can be fire signs. In other areas, it can be a Sagittarius. I feel like it can be, it can always be a different element, but I feel like strongly there's just such a Leo and Aquarius thing coming up here, Aries. So much so that I think I could have potentially called you Aquarius. I'm not sure, but it's coming. The Aquarius energy is coming up quite strong for you, Aries. So I do know this is an Aries reading, by the way. Even if I've mentioned Aquarius a few times and Leo a few times, I do know. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below what your situation is. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you back here for the February readings. Okay, Aries, take care. Bye.